He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to him.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you...
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Then he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
13.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you've got a chance to rumble.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Ozzy, report.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Jets sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Hobbs. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hobbs. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Hey, you, go ahead.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to him on first down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Play action. Now Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Hobbs. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Hobbs. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Into space. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A lot of talk this week about. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Let's go now.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Hobbs being chased out left. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Back to throw. Hobbs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Hobbs throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Hobbs. He's got his target. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw going into the hands of Williams. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 4-point game. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Well, a heck of a move. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hobbs. Here's Fuller with a catch. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This is something that we've seen from Lamar Jackson since back in his Louisville days. He can be so dangerous with the RPO.
Yeah, and whoever designed the RPOs, it's almost like they had a guy like Lamar Jackson in mind because of his ability to do everything. He can tuck it and throw it. He can tuck it and run it. He can hand it off inside when he gets the right read. Bottom line is most teams want him to hand it off because when he takes off and goes, he can break down a defense. But it appears that they read... and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Jackson on second down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside. They sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run. It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Jackson. That one into the hit, and the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So that a definite the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Hall again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected,
But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Paul want to give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Pushing through the contact. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they'll
be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
32-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over. New York ready to go again offensively. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Holding, offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Straight ahead is Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Hobbs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Operating from the gun. Hobbs able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The 15-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On the jump.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready.
Ball again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it.
Touchdown! From 10 yards out, and the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game, and you know the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jackson on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's still on his feet. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Hobbs. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A toss left side for Hall. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Hobbs. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again with Hall. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Delay of game, Austin.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Back to throw. Hobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 17-14, 54 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson, and that's caught by Williams. Second down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and
Now Jackson.
Going
down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down after a nice gain, a pickup of 20. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready? Ready, shot! Ready, shot!
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week,